a few hours later, and I didn't really do any writing. I just been doing laundry and still processing. I went over so much stuff with the relatives the other night. But I got a very nice email from my out-of-province friend with some thoughts that I want to reply to that kind of relate to what I've been thinking, and she saw the latest podcast, of course, so she's got some comments. So I want to reply to that, but just doing laundry, and of course, look who's helping me. Agita was very nicely settled there, and these two were settled nicely in the living room. But of course, I take the clothes out of the dryer, and look who's come to help. Now, I hand-washed my cat dad socks someone was given by my friend out of province. But, I hand-washed them and I was drying them separately, but they're still kind of wet. But, if I put them in the rack here, they'll probably just dry by themselves. So why don't we just do that? And then I'll probably, if I am seeing relatives tomorrow, if we're going to see a movie, then I can just wear those again. Yeah, my cat dad ones is put them up there. If they don't dry, I can always put them on the radio, on the, electric heat vent thingy. Now, kids, this is helping. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will just put those clothes away later. It's not like I fold them and put them anywhere. I just kind of toss them in there. So it's fine, As long as they're dry and you're not going to catch a cold or something. Can I just take I just want to take yes, thank you. I'll just take the sweater. So, we'll put the sweater here. Both babies are here, and Agita's there, and I just sent a long email reply to my friend, the other province. Don't think you can hear it right now, but I think the upstairs people are hearing it's a Christmas party, it's Christmas Eve, so you're here like shouting and, jumping, and I didn't know there's like a huge big family or something gathering. But that's okay, I can only hear bits and pieces when they get really excited, and because they don't have the TV on or anything. Normally the installation is good, but as I said, it must be I think they have hardwood floors. So it's like I don't know if you can hear that, but there's like there's cheering. They're not jumping now, but there's also, so I don't know what they're doing. It must be like a large family. They're playing games, maybe. Do people do that on Christmas Eve? I really have no idea what most. I do. I've occasionally been to Christmas dinners with friends, but at friends' places. But it's mostly just, opening. Well, it's not Christmas Day yet, but it's mostly just opening presents. A lot of opening presents, a lot of eating, and drinking alcohol. So obviously, I think the people upstairs are drinking the alcohol, but they're playing some kind of games too. Anyway, me and my kids were having a much more sedate Christmas Eve, and I sent a very long reply to my friend. So anyway, now I got to make a journal entry. I haven't even made one yet. I'm just lazing about all day. I did some laundry, and then I sent a very long email to my friend. So now I will make a journal entry, and then watch some more TV, feed the kids, have my own, supper, bun and cheese and stuff like that. But tomorrow, very likely going to see a movie with relatives again. Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Solstice, various things. So, the babies just finishing their Christmas, brunch of Tiki Cat Velvet. They like this moose one. And Agita's finishing hers over here. Now, yesterday turned out to be Agita's, I kind of, I knew it, but I kind of remembered it yesterday, later in the day, that yesterday was Agita's 12th anniversary with me, because I got her on Christmas Eve. 12 years ago, and I just burnt out with teaching. My older cat kids at the time, Loki had passed a couple of years before at age 14, kidney stuff, and Maya passed at age 16 in 2010. While I was still teaching, my last semester, I'd already been really stressed out. I'd got the top 10 Ontario thing. I'd gone through that whole competition, and I was just at the end of dealing with students and marking papers, and all of that was just that semester was just torture for me. And then Maya passed away in November, and I just barely made it to the end of I marked all the papers somehow. I don't know how, but I marked the 240 papers. I marked a lot of papers, no TAs. That was part of my union deal. So I marked all the papers. I dealt with all the questions and all the late papers and all of the this and all the multiple choice tests and that I made up, and the lectures and people asking questions about this and about that, and the humans, and I just made it. And I was just like, I'm not going to be able to do. I just no freaking way I can teach another semester right now. So I went to my chair, and there's all kinds of stuff, and it was like, you have to get a doctor's note. Analyst won't do because it's not an MD, and you have to do this and you have to apply that, and because you've got a contract for the winter and we won't let you out. And I was like going, if I have to try to teach in the winter, I'm going to have a meltdown, I'm going to break down, I'm going to end up in I'm going to end up in pretty bad shape, So I didn't want to get another kitten at the time. And then on the 24th of December, the approval came through just as the university was shutting down. Just one of the last things that came through was okay, you can have a medical leave, for the next semester. And I never went back. I took the medical leave, and then I quit. But anyway, and I took my severance. But anyway, and my RSPs. But anyway, so I ended up, on 24, and I'd gone to see at the time. I didn't really know much about shelters, and I was a little hesitant to go to a shelter, and I was like, I'd heard kind of, I didn't at that time. They didn't have these like shelters in PetSmarts and things. They actually sold cats in PetSmarts and in kittens in PetSmarts, and there was another pet store in the Sherway Gardens Mall. That my relatives, my human relatives who were dog people, they had a dog at the time who was just a year or 2 years old, and they had gone to Sherway Gardens to buy some dog toys, bones for their dog for Christmas, and they knew that I was really thinking about another kitten, but I was hesitating. But when I called them and I said, look, I have that medical leave for next semester, I'm now ready, I'm going to start looking for kittens. And they were there at the pet store. They saw Agita. She was all fluffy. I wanted to get that time around, I wanted to get a male short hair. Agita is a female long hair, and very grumpy from the start, but they saw she was all fluffy, and she had attitude, and they're like going, oh, uncle. They call me uncle, even though I'm a cousin, because I'm older. They go, uncle might, like this one, she's got attitude. So they called me, and I rushed over. I'd actually been looking at kittens elsewhere at the pet store. So I rushed over to Sherway Gardens, and the second I saw Agita, the second I saw her, and all the other little kittens were playing or, sleeping or, and Agita came to look at me. There was a big cage. It's not a good situation for them. But she came to look at me through the big cage, and she looked at me kind of disdainfully. And I put my finger like this, and she tried to bite it. And I go, that's my kid. I said, there's no question. And she gave me a very clear, she was like going, just fuck off. Take me home now, So we got her out of the cage, and her sister was there too, a black cat. But I wanted only one at the time because I knew that I wouldn't be teaching. I didn't know what I was going to do, what I was going to move. I'd be moving around. I go, if I'm moving around with with two cats is going to be harder. I better get just the one. So we got her, and she came home. I've told this story many times. We brought her home. My niece, it was like 13, 14 at the time, and myself, and I was driving, and Agita climbed up on the steering wheel. We didn't have a cage or anything, a case, you know. My niece was just holding her, and she got out of her lap, and she climbed onto the steering wheel, and she tried to drive. And we got her to my house at the time, and the person at the pet store said, if you have a house, it's going to be really overwhelming for the poor little kitten. She's just used to this. She was only like 8 weeks old, and she's used to a cage, and you said, you have to gradually get her loose, get her used to a different room in the house each day, and let her out in the house, and she explored the entire house, climbed up this fairly steep stairs one at a time, looked down, claimed each and every single room as hers, came back down, and by this time, my niece and her, my cousin and her son, I call him nephew, was like 15 at the time, they came over with the dog, the Shih Tzu, a very sweet-tempered, very friendly dog. Of course, Agita, the first thing she did was she tried to attack. She told them all to fuck off, and she's like, don't forget, she's like that big, So she tells them all to fuck off, and she's like hissing, and she's like growling, and she's baring her teeth, and she's in my hand, and she's like just trying to leap out to attack them all. And this dog, the poor dog, was like 20 pounds, 20 times her weight. She was like 1 pound at the time. This poor dog got confused, like, normally she likes the cats and squirrels and all kinds of things. She wants to play with them. But like this little tiny little fluffy thing is like possessed by some kind of demon and is like ready to attack her. So the poor dog was like barking at her and confused, and my relatives were like going, what did you just bring home? This is like Exorcist or something. It's like a mini Linda Blair. She's like this possessed little animal. And I was like going, that's my kid. I was a very proud father. So she threw them out. She threw the 3 humans, and I said, look, you better take the dog and go, because, my newest family member doesn't want you here. And so she exerted control from the minute she got home, and I knew she was my kid. So that was like 12 years ago yesterday. So we reminisced about this, and then I had a very nice long email with text with a friend at that very moment, 2 minutes before midnight. I was lying in bed, and Agita was on her thing, and the babies were going to come, and then I got a very nice text. So anyway, and then I also exchanged emails with my friend, and I got her philosophy. Out of province, very interesting philosophy, which I will share as hers, which is about she believes that life is a combination of fate. And I'm giving this is her, I'm not completely anonymous, my out of province cat rescuer friend, but because we were talking about the shit I've been going through. So she was like, her philosophy is she believes that life is a combination of it's fate, preordained life events, and random shit. And, I kind of like the random shit part, but she goes, and random shit, and she says that she believes that we can interpret, but we can never fully understand what happens and why. We can try to interpret, but she says that for her, the best she can do is just to discern what is helpful to her and what is not. And I like that. I really like the philosophy. For me, right now, I replied to her. I said, I'm trying to discern what's helpful to me right now is time with the kids at home as I return, time with the human relatives, going to see a movie. And just as we're talking, I saw little flashy things on my screen that my relatives are arranging to meet at the movie today, so I'm going to find out more about that in a second. So that was an interesting night. So it was Geetha's anniversary, and then the babies came, and they slept on the bed, and my other friend. I told her, my local cat rescue friend, I told her some of the stuff that was going on. She particularly likes the random shit philosophy part. She goes, I like the random shit, and I said, to me, the random shit can also be trickster energy. It's like, it's the trickster energy. It's Loki and, Coyote and all of that stuff. It's the trickster energy, the random shit, just to mix shit up, And I also said that, this random shit, trickster energy, could also be seen as sort of a cosmic secret sauce, So it's like a cosmic secret, Nutty Professor's cosmic secret sauce, It's like, I don't know. Anyway, so I've been having fun. I had fun last night, and I had fun today, and, replying to my friends. And now, so really I'm doing this. This is my Christmas, message to, Nutty, for the very few Nutty Professor viewers. Merry Christmas, Happy Winter Solstice, and may you have a lot of positive random shit, today and all days. This is the Nutty Professor and kids. And my local friend, when I told her, she knows about the babies, I got the babies through her shelter. But my local friend, so she was like going, the whole thing with Agita. She says, the babies, the boys are a perfect counterbalance, a counterpart to the kind of grumpy Agita and Nutty Professor energy. She said, you have a very balanced family, and it's kind of sweet how they keep trying to get close to her. They're very persistent, So she goes, your family is very well balanced, which I completely agree. Anyway, I better see what my human relatives. I just saw the little flashy thing going, meeting at the cinema, so I better find out what movie we're seeing and what time. So anyway, bye for now. We'll keep you posted. I will post this later in the day after the movies and stuff. Okay, we got one baby there, one baby here, and Agita there. Okay, had my breakfast and was thinking about the texts I exchanged with my friends and the rules and the random shit one, which my other friend sort of really likes. But I have shown my drama llama here, Look, it's facing that way, Now, the drama llama actually came from this one. That's from the Cineplex toy thing. He's got a little chair, a little seat there. So, but the Cineplex toy, kitty toy, is actually named. It's got a name. It's got a little handbook there, but is named Lex. So I've decided to name this one. I've shown you already, I think, the drama llama. Now the drama llama, notice, is facing that way because likes drama. It's showing us the sort of rear end. But anyway, so that's really symbolic for the drama llama. So we've got the drama llama there. I found it the other day on the floor. There's so much shit in the house, mostly cats, but we got other creatures as well. So we got the drama llama. I've named him because that one is named Lex. According to the handbook, the Cineplex one is named Lex. This one I'm calling Lex Luthor. Superman, the villain. So we get, but he's not really that kind of villain. He's more of a trickster drama. He's a drama llama. And we get the kids, we got one baby there. We get another baby is there, and we got Agita in a closet there. Agita's here on the bed, So 4 of us, once again, happy solstice, Merry Christmas, ho, 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 stuff, all of that, everything, whatever, So I'm wearing red pajamas, so not exactly Santa Claus, but what? From the 4 of us, and I'm just going to get ready, make a quick journal entry, and get ready and go and watch Babylon. About drugs and sex in Hollywood with my human relatives, and I'll tape a bit more. And then tonight I want to edit and post the next PC, next podcast, the Christmas solstice edition. So from the 4 of us, bye for now. Merry Christmas, etc. Now, this isn't exactly random shit. This is random vomit. This is actually that tiki mousse, I recognize it, mixed in with the dry food. That's Agita. Agita is the puker in our family. The babies don't, but Agita does quite frequently, especially when she kind of eats quickly. She likes this food, so she's threw it up. She threw up some on the carpet, too. I cleaned it up a little earlier. So this is not random shit, this is random vomit. But babies are fine. He went there, went there. And Agita's fine. She's here on the bed. She was in the closet, but she's fine. She just, she just throws up from time to time. Doesn't seem to really affect her, So, we're going to add random cat vomit to the nutty professor, rules of whatever. Just going to clean this up. Anyway, bye for now. I'm just going to quickly make an entry and then get ready and go watch the movie with my human relatives. And then afterwards have something to eat, maybe. Anyway, bye for now. She's there, and Agita's there. She's fine, and I cleaned up the Agita cat vomit here on the ego chair. I commented to a friend that this was Agita's comments on ego boundaries. She threw up on the ego chair. Anyway, everything can have meaning if you look at it. I just stepped on wet. That was Agita vomit too. Anyway, I'm going to make my entry and then get ready and go see a movie with the human relatives. Anyway, bye for now. Hello everybody, I'm here at the Cineplex, and I just saw Babylon with my cousin and her son in the VIP, and we had the food, they bring it to you there. The movie was good. It was very long. It's longer than freaking Avatar. But as I said to my nephew, I mean, it's worth it just to see Margot Robbie, half naked for half the movie. So kind of, but it was, it was kind of a spectacle. And it was sort of over the top, but and lots and lots and lots of drugs and sex. So Hollywood of the 20s. So it was fun, sort of. It got a little preachy towards the end, and but it was actually a good Christmas movie for the nutty professor and human family. Enjoyed it. So now the plan is they're going to go feed their dogs. I'm going to go back to the kids, my kids, and then they're going to come over because they haven't met the kids in a long time. So that was kind of, so they're going to come over and meet the kids. I think they get some treats, some toys for the kids or something like that. So they're going to do that. And they particularly want to see the kids. I think that's what it is. But we'll see. And then they're going to help me set up Apple TV so that I can watch Shanta Raman. And then we're planning on going for, if we can find some late night kebab place or something, in Chinatown or wherever, some late night place for a snack, because we had a lot of to eat during the thing. So it was very nice. This is the kind of Christmas, this is sort of the Christmas we used to do years ago, So it was nice to do it again, It's like kind of a human family, So anyway, so it was nice. I enjoyed it. Anyway, bye for now. I've got my human relatives here. I'm not going to show them, obviously, for privacy reasons. But we've got, and they brought me all kinds of gifts and for the kids, and the babies are here, and I think that's Lcee. And this is one of his new toys, and they got a scratching pad. And this is, so far, this is for me, but this is the best thing I've received in a long time. It's Picasso coasters. So I can put my bottle of Coca-Cola, onto this. And there's these are like unfinished line drawings, and my cousin got it from her cousin niece. It gets confusing, but my cousin niece got it from Portugal. She thought of me. We went to the Picasso Museum. So anyway, I'm going to open the rest, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's cat stuff, and there's human stuff, and there's temptation. So anyway, bye for now. There are several temptations, and I want to point something out. This is the thoughtfulness of my relatives, is that they know that I only eat seafood. I don't eat beef or red meat or anything like that. So when they bring temptations for the cats, they always bring seafood medley, and they're nodding their heads. This was not accidental. This was intentional. So anyway, bye for now. Morning everybody, happy Boxing Day. So we got Agita there, we got one baby here, and we got one baby there, and of course the baby spent the night very nicely in the bed with me, and Agita was on the bed at some point, and everybody's now had their brunch, and I just had my bun and cheese and fake salami, and I'm now going to very quickly say that last night I taped a little bit here with the relatives, and it was very nice to see the relatives again, spend time with them. It was like, felt like a proper, Christmas, with the movie. And they brought lots and lots of gifts, and I showed that. I didn't show all of them, but I showed the cat toys and the stuff for me, and the wonderful Picasso coasters, and there was perfume and all kinds of stuff there. Cologne, I think it's called for men. So there's all kinds of stuff, there's all kinds of stuff, and slippers, and, for me, and toys, and treats for the kids. And it was also very nice for the kids to see their human relatives again, and particularly the babies, because they only met them once, briefly, like 2.5 years ago. So it was, and they came, and one of them was licking my nephew, it was like, so it was like, he's like, he knew that he was family, so even though, his cats were not really pack animals, but they did kind of sense that they were the humans were like family. So that was very good, so I really enjoyed that. And then I didn't tape anymore after that. We went out late to an Indian place in Chinatown. They have naans and kebabs, and I think I have taped there before some time ago. I podcasted when I went to have a naan and kebab, and there was a lineup. It was like midnight, but there was a lineup. But it went quite well, and we had a very nice talk, and talked a little bit about, the podcasts and the directions for them, and, the nutty professor's philosophy, the random shit one, well, actually, suggested by my friend in the other province, but I'm going to kind of work on that. So it's kind of the, the nutty professor anti-rules or whatever. I don't know, just for fun. Nothing serious here, just for fun. Just going to talk about, and what I've come out of this latest journey, for lack of a better word, with. As I said, I kind of hold back some of the details for privacy considerations in the podcast, but I can write about, and in the podcast I will talk about some of the, the more general conclusions and thoughts and issues and, stuff like that, and, this particular return and how it's different. And it is different because, the pull is is minimal now. So it seems that I have, the journey that particular, connection, underground thing, internal thing, journey, that seems to be for, every time I've said the pulls are diminished, they come back, to haunt me. But it does feel different now. There is a shift, So, and it was very nice to see relatives because that helped me, there was kind of a return to ordinary world stuff and human connections, and it also helped me really focus because I talked about stuff that I haven't talked about in here, or even with a little bit difficult to talk about, to email with people about some of these, and these people are family. I have never held anything back from them, and they don't hold back from me. So it was very good. Now we'll keep in touch as our usual. Every few months we do get together, but we've touched base, and they know I'm there if they need me, and I know they're there if they need if I need them. But for now, the occasional text, and that's about that's the way we've been going for years, and that's good. So I'm very happy with that, and it was very nice and very thoughtful of them. To bring all these toys and gifts and all that stuff for myself and my kids, and to meet the kids after some time, So that part was it was very good. So I'm now going to edit and tape. And then work on journal entries and try to gradually, get. I want to watch some. They helped me set up a channel for a thing I want to watch tonight. So I'm going to watch some TV, a streaming series, and I'm gonna gradually get myself back into the writing. I've been talking with people, the relatives, about some of my experiences. Now I need to write them out, and also, just the podcast. Sharing little bits more, and gonna work on this random shit factor. The sort of, as I've said, I think it's a kind of it's a trickster energy, So I'm gonna work on the nutty professor's worldview as as it is, and it kind of shifts. It's a shifting worldview. Anyway, and we get dump the rodent weasels, hopefully in the past, and we got all, I don't know which animals are going to, obviously, hopefully domestic cat animals are the next, the Nutty Puff wants to be a domestic cat. So anyway, I've been trying this for a while, but we're getting there. So, from the, so once again, thanks to my relatives, and to everyone else, a belated solstice. I think solstice goes more than just the one day. So a belated solstice or in progress solstice, Merry Solstice, belated Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Day, and various other shit. So from the four of us, Agita, one baby, two baby, and I think clearly right now, non-psychotic, so we're kind of back to crazy, and we're heading back to nutty, but nutty with a twist. So, from the four of us, bye for now, see you next podcast.